Good afternoon, family, and welcome back to another episode of GodSpeed, where we provide you a weekly market overview for the Lexus LC500. Tonight's episode is packed with excitement as we showcase some of the most extraordinary LC500 opportunities on the market. My top 3 picks this week include a stunning custom 2018 LC500 that's an absolute masterpiece of design and performance. With only 23,000 miles, this beauty is yours for just $66,000. Next, we're bringing you to the lowest price L certified 2021 coupe on the market. With 40,000 miles, this is your chance to own an iconic LC500 for only $66,000. And finally, feast your eyes on a rare gem, a performance package 2021 LC500 in breathtaking cadmium orange with a sleek black interior. This L certified one owner marvel is just 13,000 miles and is available for $75,000. All right, family, let's get into tonight's episode. But before we do, I greatly appreciate your continued support. Please do subscribe to the channel. Let's go. We've got this beautiful 2018 Lexus LC500. Guys, this one's coming in a gorgeous caviar exterior. We've got some custom options on this one, right? So obviously we can tell that we've actually got this blacked out in vinyl up here around the eyelid. We've got a carbon fiber lower lip right there. The grille has been wrapped in black. It also looks like, the grille in the outer lining of the grille. It also looks like this one, the grille potentially could have been sprayed as well. Hard to see, but thinking about the work that they've done around the rest of the stuff, that grille, spraying that grille black looks like it might be the most realistic approach on that one, right? We've got these gorgeous 21-inch black wheels. Jump on the interior. This is a touring package. So we've got the aniline leather interior on this one coming in that gorgeous Rioja red. We can tell this one's got the Apple CarPlay because they got the charger already hanging out the thing right there. So that's nice. That's a $200 upgrade. If you guys recall, the 18s didn't come with Apple CarPlay, but later they were able to get it over the air as an update, okay? Everything else on this one, right? So it's going to have a glass top on this one. Looks like it's got tint on this one as well. Actually, if we go over here to their website, we're going to see a little bit more. But let's talk about the deets before we jump off the page real quick. So a 2018 coming in at $66,700. Family, 23,000 miles on this one. And when we look at the additional information on this one, we can see that we've got 1 accident reported and only 2 previous owners, okay? This one's being offered to us by Maserati. So when we jump over here, guys, they do actually have a few extra photos out here at the Maserati site. Just a gorgeous view of that right there. And now, when I look at this, you know, that's actually not the caviar, right? I'm grabbing my books real quick because I'm actually at a loss of the color, but that is I'll get that color, guys, but that's not caviar. That's that silverish, darker silver color, okay? So I'll grab that for us real quick, but man, now it's just eating me up, so I just gotta know what it is, right? That's the smoky granite mica, okay? So that's a beautiful color, though. I love that smoky granite mica. It's gorgeous. It looks really good with all of the black accents, right? We can also see that it looks like they blacked out the side mirrors right there. Got red calipers on the inside of this thing. We also have a lip, and that looks to be the Maxton lip, or actually that could be the carbon fiber Carbon Addicts lip. So they look really similar. But so we got side skirts on there. It looks like we've got some, it's hard to tell, family, if this exhaust is just tips or if it's, you know, maybe an Army Trex or something like that. So we'd have to definitely take a look at that, right? If you like that Army Trex, right? And keep in mind, you can make it super loud or you can make it more like the original OEM sound. But if you like that, that's a $5,000 kit. So there's definitely some value added there. But we also have a carbon fiber spoiler right here. So little bit of work clearly done on this one. Blacked out rear tail lights, and that might be a bit much for some folks, right? I do love the Michelin's on there. I do like it's a gorgeous looking wheel. I was trying to see if I could see who that is, but it's really hard to tell from the photos alone, right? So couple extra photos out here. Definitely come check this out, right? You got that's the glass top right there. When we think about the Carfax on this one, because I definitely want to take a quick look at that one so that we can see that actual accident to get a little bit more awareness around that. Calling it a minor accident, looks like it happened in 22. So that was about 2 years ago. And I'm just trying to see if there's any additional details. So it was sold as a certified vehicle to the second owner. It's a Florida car. Couple maintenance is done right here. We get the minor accident done on February 22, right? Then we get some alignments, some additional maintenance done. And then of course, 2 years, almost 3 years later, it's up for sale. Okay. So, a couple things I want to call out, right? Did get some really good positive feedback and just some reminders that, it's not going to be just for cars coming out of Florida, but guys, we are starting to get outside of where we saw a lot of the floods taking place, right? And I think we got to be very careful to make sure that we're doing some additional inspection. And I think this is where it's really going to pay to get these vehicles back in front of the Lexus dealership and let them do a full end-to-end, right? They've got nothing invested in it, and they're going to absolutely let you know if they see anything circulating around water damage or anything of that nature, okay? They can check the voltage and all that stuff if you're super concerned about something like that. But I'd say lean in and make sure that you've got a great option. But for anybody who is looking for a vehicle, you're not frightened by that one accident. And I'll be honest with you, truly, I'm not the most frightened by it. I think, I would love to see this car a lot less. I think this is an opportunity for you to come in here. And yes, the car probably is going to present very nicely because it looks beautiful right here. But I think if your strategy on this one is that you could pick up a 2018 with 23,000 miles on it, I think I like this closer towards 61,000. And then I think you got yourself a really tremendous opportunity. Beautiful 2021 Lexus LC500 coupe, guys. This one is coming in that gorgeous ultra white exterior. Looks like we've got a little bit of wrap done to the exterior of the grille on this one as well. Obviously, you guys can't not see that large rear spoiler on the back, right? We're going to get to that in just a few moments. We got tinted windows on this one. And it looks to be, the extent of what we got going on this one, right? I take that back. Looks like the back as well as the front. Now that I look at that front again, looks like both of these have been wrapped. If you notice from the factory, these come in that kind of darkish gray color. But on both of these, the front and the rear tail lights, you can see that they are very much darked out. So that those are either vinyl wrap. They can take those completely out of the vehicle, do a good wrap on them and reinstall those. That's the way I've seen them done. And I've also seen them painted, right? We also see that we've got the blacked out. These are more than likely powder coated, right? Exhaust on the back, as well as the lower diffuser has been blacked out as well. Okay, I think everything looks really nicely. The big question here is this a artisan spirit, $3,000 spoiler, or is it an aftermarket? Okay, and I think that's the part right there that you're going to have to do a little bit of research on. Probably to get you in the right direction is take a look at how it's mounted. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like the artisan spirit is mounted with one bracket, and this one looks like it's got 2 points of mount. I could be wrong, so absolutely take a look at that. We jump on the interior here. This is a sports package. We got that gorgeous circuit red interior on this one, a little bit brighter than the Rioja red. Okay. Also have all the good updates that came in 2021. Everything looks really clean and pristine right there. This is coming from a Lexus dealership, so I'm really excited about that because that means that this is also going to be certified. Okay. Got the carbon fiber seals right there. Let me do a quick check and make sure this is not a performance package by chance, okay? Sometimes people still put a rear spoiler even when that retractable one exists. Yeah, let me double check. Obviously in 21, yeah, this is a sports package. Okay, just confirming that because of the glass top. We have seen quite a few of them hit the market lately, right? That actually have where someone probably built it out, and they were actually able to add the door seals, which was not a ridiculous piece. You know, carbon fiber looks really pretty right here. Again, if I had to bet, I would bet that this is not the Artisan Spirit. Okay. But with that being said, more than likely, family, this is probably applied via, just some 3M tape or adhesive. So probably don't have holes drilled in on this one, which is a really good thing because if this spoiler is something that you're not crazy about, more than likely we can get that off. I wouldn't take it off myself. I'd take it to a professional so they can get this thing heated up really nicely and pull it off without doing any damage to the paint or the clear coat. But I don't think that should be a big deterrent for a vehicle, especially when we look at the stats on this one to see how good of a deal it is, right? So we got a 2021 coming in at $66,999. That's showing $3,600 below market on this one. 40,000 miles. That's clearly a great price point, right? For something that's 3 years old. That's a little bit right about that 13,000 miles per year on something like this right here. Or if you really think how close we are to 25, right, that could potentially be a 4-year-old vehicle, and that puts you right at about that $10,000 miles per year range. Okay. When we look at one accident to be reported on this guy, we'll take a quick look at that one. And then we got 3 previous owners on this one. Again, thing I do like about this is that we do have this coming from Lexus of Maplewood, right? And that means that they've already done a 21-point inspection on this guy. And they've also kind of got it back up to their standards in order to certify it and get it ready for sale. Okay, let's take a quick look at their website, right? I don't think we're going to see any additional pictures out here. 66.9 is just confirmed. I think that's the same price we saw over there. It is, right? But we also get an opportunity to take a look at this Carfax report, and that's something I want to dive into really quickly, right? So 4/24/21 is when this happened. I think that's like 2 months after the vehicle hit the roads, right? So you guys know my approach on this. Anytime a vehicle has damage on it, which I hate to see, but anytime that damage occurs as early in the life of the vehicle as possible, then more than likely, family, they took this back, partnered with someone that's absolutely a reputable shop that they could get this done back to the standards that they expected. And let's face it, right? It was the first person kept it. How long did they keep this? Let's see if we can tell. Yeah, so they kept it, 10 months. Then the second owner, the second owner is really only a 1-month owner. And then the last owner has had it for 2 years. Okay. So, I think that's definitely passed the test of time. But guess what? It's at the Lexus dealership, right? And again, normally I'd say take it to them, but they've already inspected that. I think the opportunity you have is to just find out a little bit more. Let me see if we can get exactly where this damage is. So I would take a look at that left side right there and just make sure that, you get Lexus to help you understand exactly what that front quarter panel looks like. Okay. Do the paint test. Look up underneath the hood and see if the serial number is right there. So if you look at that fender and the serial number is still on the fender, then you know that they did not have to replace the fender. Okay. Take a look at the hood. If you look at the hood and the serial number is still on the hood, they didn't have to replace that. And those are 2 areas, right, that would obviously devalue the vehicle a little bit if they had to do that. Even if they did, I think they still have to make sure they sprayed it back perfectly, or they just replaced those parts 100%. And then because the car was so new, the fresh paint from a new parts on the front are going to perfectly match the fresh paint that rolled off of the showroom floor, right? That's a little harder to do when a vehicle is 2-3 years old because the other paint has a bit more wear to it as opposed to fresh paint where you've replaced panels and parts and whatnot, okay? All right, but I love this vehicle. I think this is a tremendous opportunity for somebody who wants a 21. You like that candy cane option. 40,000 miles are okay with you and you're all right with that accident, whether you like this spoiler or not. I think there's some good opportunities to mitigate that and pick you up the lowest 2021 on the market right now, especially one that's certified, that's going to cover you up to 60,000 miles, which is another major service. So you'll get that major service, 60,000 miles covered before you get outside of that 2-year maintenance coverage. And you also get the bumper to bumper warranty for 2 years. Yeah, I think this might be the best deal on the market right now. Again, if that spoiler's scaring you a bit, there's plenty opportunities to partner, potentially even with the Lexus dealership. They're not going to do it at Lexus, but they'll probably have a shop that they collaborate with on certain activities that might be able to get that taken off for you before you even take delivery of the vehicle. Not least, guys, we've got another tremendous L certified vehicle and a 2021. Right now, this is that gorgeous cadmium orange exterior. You guys know I talked about a convertible one that was on the market a couple weeks back, but I'll be honest with you, even more rare than the convertibles are the hard tops in this one. And, you know, I know some people might be like, what's the big deal about an orange LC500? Well, it's because this thing has a pearl on top of it, and it is almost like a beautiful blend between, yes, something that would be a little bit more colorful, but also it has a little bit lighter play on that red, that infrared that already comes in this one. And I think it's just a gorgeous color, especially when you start comparing or start pairing it rather with some black components. I think it really just stands out tremendously on this one, right? Now, not a lot of photos to show on this one, with the exception of enough for us to see that, number one, we've got an all black interior on this one. This is a performance package, which is making it just that much more attractive. I see the carbon fiber door seals right there. You're going to have the carbon fiber top, the retractable spoiler, and you just got, you know, the rear steering and all that good stuff that comes with that performance package, which interestingly enough, we haven't seen a lot of performance packages in the lineup over the past few weeks. So to see one at that $75,000 price point is absolutely encouraging, right? Now, when we look at the rest of this, 13,000 miles is absolutely amazing for this 21. I mean, that's 3 years old, almost 4. Guys, you got roughly about 3,000 to 4,000 miles on this car per year. And I believe this was a one owner vehicle as well, right? So 0 accidents, 1 previous owner. All of those are plus, plus, plus. And when you add the Lexus certification on top of it, guys, it just makes this an exceptional opportunity for someone who is looking to get into a 2021, especially with this less seen cadmium orange, right? Keep in mind too, that 20,000 mile services that you're going to have as a part of that certification is going to get you up over the 30,000 mile marker, which is our first higher service interval where we get a lot of those fluids flushed out. So definitely got some extra value, at least another $2,000 worth of free services on this vehicle that could potentially take this thing down to $73,995 unless you're able to get a little bit of negotiation done at the dealership, right? Now, when we jump out to their website, guys, we can see that actually not going to be a lot of additional photos out here. They just got it stocked to the 2, but I can see we got the gorgeous new GX sitting back there in that nori green color. And we also get access to the Carfax report. When we jump over to the Carfax report, not a lot to be seen out here, as you would expect from a one owner vehicle with only 7 or 13,000 miles on it. Okay. But what we can see is that this is New Jersey vehicle, and that's about it. But I would imagine that even though we don't see the 5 and the 10,000 mile services done on this vehicle, fret not, family. Those are absolutely free for the new purchase of the vehicle. So I'm 100% sure those are done. And you can probably partner with the Lexus dealership and just ask them, in addition to that L certification report, that they also provide you just a database run on this VIN number to help you understand what other services were done. So family, if you are looking for a gorgeous hardtop, you want the dynamic package, which is what they were calling it by the time we hit 2021, or the performance package, which a lot of us know it as, with all the bells and whistles, all the goodies that you can get on an LC500. You want something that's only 13,000 miles, and you want that certification to bring you both the freedom and luxury of knowing that everything's going to be covered bumper to bumper for the next 2 years. $75,995 is absolutely a tremendous opportunity for this LC500.